Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. First of all, I want to say that I don't understand what the hell is going on, okay? But the fact that we have this negotiated settlement between the UN and Iran for the enrichment of uranium and to prevent them from getting an atomic bomb, supposedly. I don't understand how that can even be happening because we live in a bizarro world where nothing like that ever fucking happens. Okay? But it's happening. Okay? So, my assertion is this. Why is it that as soon as we have something that embraces an attitude that is not, let us go to motherfucking war and fucking murder, bomb, explode, and kill motherfucking people all over the fucking world over something that might happen at some point down the road in the future. Okay? That's the attitude, that's the mentality that we've been dealing with for so long now that maybe we can't even understand what a fucking negotiated settlement is. Okay? So this is a good thing. Okay? Now, is it possible that Iran could secretly build a nuclear bomb? I suppose it is. But is it the responsibility of anybody or any other country or whatever to police what might or might not happen ever in the history of the world? I think not. And if you look at the converse side of this thing, Iran might build a bomb down the road. And then you look and you have the unacknowledged nuclear weapons of Israel, who may use nuclear weapons any fucking time they want. So, who's the more dangerous of those two? And if you factor in the United States, that is USA Incorporated, then obviously we're the greater terrorists because we've actually used nuclear weapons already. And not only that, but we continue to fucking go to war. Bomb, kill, and murder people everywhere around the world. Now, I ask you, how many wars has Iran been in? Okay, the last one they were in, we worked against them by helping Iraq. Are they invading countries? Are they drone bombing 20 different countries around the fucking world? I don't think so. So why is it such a bad fucking thing to work out a deal with Iran? Could they secretly be doing something bad? Yeah! Anybody could be secretly doing something bad! Shouldn't we be happy that we're avoiding a fucking conflict here? So anybody who is harping and crying and moaning and bitching about this fucking deal, you need to shut your fucking big jackass mouth. Alright? That's number one. Number two. If there is anything that can be said about Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act and all of the things that are going on about it, I need to make myself clear yet again, okay, and that is this. Yes, I acknowledge that there are serious and significant problems with the healthcare system in this country, mostly having to do with cost, which the ACA really doesn't do anything about, okay? And the problem with that, of course, is that the costs will continue to rise, which will continue to be passed on to the consumer, and the only thing the ACA does is make you buy a private policy. Now, I've asserted before that this is going to be a blueprint for the privatization of the rest of the social safety net programs, and that the right wing, the so-called jackass right wing idiots who are coming out against this will be the ones down the road that will be saying, hey, look at how well that Obamacare did for health insurance. How about we have privatized Social Security, privatized Medicare? Why not privatize Medicare too? Because that whole privatization thing is working so good with the Affordable Care Act. Down the road, the right wing will be citing the success of Obamacare as a way to privatize all the other social programs. Okay? That is if Obamacare does not implode. Now, if you can afford to get a health policy that actually covers shit that you need, and you can actually afford it without going bankrupt or going without food or whatever during the course of your month, I'm not going to tell you not to get health insurance, because you should, obviously. But if you're in a position to avoid having to be enrolled in Obamacare, I would say to boycott it. And the reason why is because the program should fail, because there seems to be this ideology amongst certain leftists that this is somehow going to usher in a single-payer system. And no, it's not. It's not going to do that. It's not ever going to do that. That's never going to happen. There's no political will for it. And you have the entire insurance and banking industry pushing against it. And with that kind of money behind it, you're never going to see it happen. Sorry, just not going to happen. All right. If Obamacare implodes, on the other hand, another solution will have to be brought forward, and that's why we have to agitate for single payer. And that is Medicare for all, for life. Covered from birth to death. Everybody is in. Everybody is covered. Period. End of fucking discussion. And it's run by the government. Get rid of the private health insurance industry altogether. So if you are in a position where you do not currently need health insurance and or do not want to buy it, I suggest that you boycott Obamacare and you agitate for Medicare for all. Okay, and finally, one last comment, okay. Sometimes I get a little bit pissed off, okay, that we still are hearing the same kind of rhetoric out of people. So, if I am to hear yet again the socialism and communism and Marxism of Obama and or anybody else in this entire fucking government, I am going to rip my own head off, because I cannot stand to listen to fucking retards continuing to promote an idea that is so far removed from fucking reality that I cannot stomach fucking listening to it anymore. We are in a corporate fascist fucking country. Get it straight. There is no fucking socialism. There is no goddamn redistribution of wealth. The wealthy are stealing money from everybody else. This is not a function of government. It's a function of deregulation and tax code changes, which is all heavily lobbied for. There is no socialism in this country. There is no communism in this country. There is no Marxism in this country. What you have is a corporate oligarchy that fascistically controls the government. If they need some benefit for themselves, they merely use their influence, money, and power to get the law changed to benefit themselves. Now, if you or anybody else is going to try to tell me that Obama is some kind of secret Marxist, socialist, communist, I'm going to tell you you're a big, fat, motherfucking, stupid, cocksucking, idiot jagoff. Because it's simply not true. He's a corporate fascist warmonger who takes his orders from Wall Street, just like 98% of the rest of the fucking economy, country, and government officials. And that's finance capital, you understand. We're not talking about industrial capital here. So any comparisons between Obama and JFK or anybody else like that is equally erroneous. Industrial capital is one thing. Finance capital is something else altogether. This entire economy in this country is run on phantoms. It's run on phantoms. Okay, it's run on shadows. It's run on fake money that's built on fake money that is invested in fake bonds and fake derivatives and fake this and fake that. So how can you have a stock market going up to bajillion dollars and millions of people are out of work, millions of people are unemployed, millions of people are homeless, millions of people are suffering the depredations of this fucking society and have absolutely nothing to show for the so-called recovery? It's because the market is a giant fucking bubble that's going to explode. And if you need any further proof that there's no socialism, no communism, no Marxism, none of these other stupid right-wing terms for the vilification of the warmonger, fascist, oligarch, corporate, Wall Street whore, Obama, or his administration, all you have to do is look at where the money is going in this economy, and that's all to Wall Street speculation. And nothing is going anywhere else. In actual fact, it's going to get even worse with the Trans-Pacific Partnership and the Atlantic Partnership that they want to have as well. So please spare me the socialism, communism, Marxism bullshit, and let's call it for what it is. And the reason the right-wing assholes, the so-called right-wing assholes, don't want to call Obama a fascism is because that's what they want. They want outright fucking fascism. They can't call him a fascist because they support fascism. They support corporate fucking domination. And they support Wall Street oligarchy over the entire fucking country and the neo-feudalism that comes with it. All right? That's why they won't call him a fucking fascist. That's why they will not call Obama a corporate fucking whore. That's why they will not call Obama a Wall Street motherfucking cocksucker. You understand? That's because that's what they want. Outright. Plain and simple. Just some observations. Thank you. Good day.